If you are from the virtualization world or from the infrastructure side of IT, you know what I'm talking about. Snapshots. Snapshots are nothing but point in time, read only copy of your data. Let me explain that with an example. Let's say you're working on your file share and all of a sudden you accidentally delete some data. Or maybe you ran a script that accidentally deleted a bulk of data. How will you get back your data? If you had taken backups or if there was a snapshot that can restore it back in time. Azure File Share Snapshots is just that. Azure Files provides the capability to take snapshots of your file shares. Share snapshots capture the share state at that point in time. It is just like a photograph. It's like capturing your smile for that point in time so that you can go back and look at your photograph and see how you look like. Similarly, if you want the data at that point in time, let's say how your data looked 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, you can restore from that snapshot. Share snapshot capability is provided at a file share level. Retrieval is provided at an individual file level so that you are allowed for restoring individual files. You cannot delete a share that has share snapshots unless you delete all the share snapshots first. It's like a dependency. Also remember that share snapshots are incremental in nature. Only the data that has changed after your most recent share snapshot is saved. And this minimizes the time required to create a share snapshot, saves on storage costs as well. Even though share snapshots are saved incrementally, you need to retain only the most recent share snapshot in order to restore the share. So when do you use these share snapshots? What is the use case? As we just said, you will be protecting against data corruption. Applications that use file shares perform operations such as writing, reading, storage, transmission, and processing. And if an application is misconfigured or has unintentional bug that is introduced, probably there's an accidental overwrite or damage can happen to a few blocks. To help you protect against those scenarios, you can take a share snapshot before you deploy new application code. If a bug or application error is introduced with a new deployment, you can go back to the previous version of your data on that file share. How about protecting from accidental deletions or unintended changes? Needless to explain this, imagine that you're working on a text file in a file share. After the text file is closed, you lose the ability to undo any of your changes. In these cases, you will need an option to recover a previous version of the file. You can use share snapshots to recover previous versions of the file if it's accidentally renamed or deleted. You can also use these share snapshots for general backup purposes. So after you create a file share, you can periodically create a share snapshot of the file share to use it for data backup. A share snapshot, when you take it periodically, it will help you maintain previous versions of the data that can be used for future audit requirements or disaster recovery. In the next video, let's go ahead and take a look at the demonstrations as to how you can take snapshots and restore them.